pray for you today that when it is time for you to depart, you will know in Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord.
Good evening. Well, I haven't posted in a while. And I've only posted one other video, to be honest. More than likely because I was waiting until I had something to say. Well, I got a call from a dear and close friend early this morning who made me aware that Prophet T.B. Joshua from over at Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos, Nigeria, that he passed away today at only 57 years old. And I was told that he conducted Sunday service, preached his final sermon, and shortly thereafter, he went on to be with the Lord. Now, that was shocking information. It really was. One of the last things I thought that I would hear early on a Sunday morning. However, that is the case. Now, I want to take this time to extend my sincerest condolences to his family, friends, loved ones, congregation, and absolutely everyone whose lives that he touched. And also may his soul rest in perfect peace in the bosom of our Father. Now, I first heard about Prophet T.B. Joshua back in around 2015, 2016. And the first thing that I read about when I started hearing about this man of God was his giving, his charitable heart, how he gave and how he touched the lives of the people around him, how he really, really put so much of himself into that part of his ministry. And it was moving, it was inspiring and surprising. It really was. Because, we hear so many bad reports, so much negative news on a regular basis about different men of God and women of God who sometimes misbehave and even end up doing the exact opposite of what we're talking about right now. But I won't speak on that now because this is not the time. But his heart to give and to help and to touch others really moved me. It was very inspiring. Now, I even heard about an organization, I think it's called Passion for Needy or Passion for the Needy. I believe he founded it, but if I'm wrong, I'm sure someone will correct me. And with that organization to even further his giving efforts. So, all of these things, just beautiful accolades, beautiful works to his credit. And it was, and is, not even was, is absolutely beautiful to hear about a man of God who is dedicated in that way. Very moving, very encouraging. Now, when I heard about his passing, it made me stop and think. Of course, it's a moment of grief. And I feel for those who are really, really hurting right now. And I understand why you would be. A loss like this will not be forgotten soon. This is a heavy blow, a grievous loss. Men of God like this don't come along every day. So it is absolutely life-changing to hear information like this. It really is. And I would never make light of it. Now, I'm recording and I want to keep it short. But I'm recording tonight not to deify anyone or to give any undue reverence to anyone. But certain things we need to pay attention to in the lives of others because it can help us to ask some questions about ourselves. As I said and I thought today, it caused me to reminisce and think back to sitting on the pews in New Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Ocala, Florida. many, many years ago as a girl. And hearing the old folks say things like, you preach your eulogy while you're alive. Now, I didn't know what they were talking about then, but I know what it means now. Now, I believe that this man of God, this great prophet, I believe he did just that. You have to let the works that you do speak for you, because in the end they will. But it raised questions, and I think that it gave me a moment of self-reflection. And some of the questions that were raised, I just wanted to share them because maybe someone else could benefit from a moment of self-reflection at a time like this. The first question that came to mind was, do I and do we change the world of the people around us in any impactful way? Not that we can change the whole world, we're not that big. But do we change the world of the people around us in any impactful way? Do we make any difference with the things we do? And is it a positive difference? Is it a positive impact? Or are we simply just existing? The second question that came to mind for me was, am I giving the way I should? And do we give the way we should? And I don't mean just material things and money. Those things are important too, so I won't pretend that they're not. Clearly, a $20 bill you give to somebody outside of a store, it may be transformative. It may be an answered prayer, and we really don't know. So I do realize that monetary and material blessings and gifts are also important, but that's not all I'm talking about. We have the ability to give our time, to give encouragement, to give a kind word, to give a hug, to give a laugh, because yes, even laughter is a gift. So it begs the question, are we really giving the way we should? Are we doing it with a joyful heart? Are you pleased to do it? Or do you do it with a bad attitude? Are you giving wishing that you didn't have to give it? And then the last question that really came to my mind during that moment of reflection was, will I be missed when I'm no longer here? Will my absence make a difference? Has my presence been impactful enough that my absence will make a difference in this earth at all? And I hope that we'll all stop and ask ourselves these questions. We're here, and not for a long time. I would like to think that such a life would definitely be inspiring. It would be moving. It would be impactful. But at the passing of a saint like this, I would hope that in the midst of the sadness and the grief that's happening, of course, those of us who are celebrating the homegoing of a saint, I would hope that also in the midst of that this is a time that we can reflect and use it as a measuring stick to see if we are truly making an impact. That's really all I wanted to bring. It's all I wanted to record and post. I hope maybe something that I said would help somebody, or maybe even just make you think. But I don't have anything else to give. Again, I want to extend my condolences and encourage everyone to pray for the comfort of the family. And until next time, y'all have a good evening.